Good morning and welcome to the final day of my mini break to the Netherlands. Oh, it's lovely and cool this morning. Had a huge storm last night, thunder, lightning and a lot of rain. And the temperature today is rather nice, at 20 degrees. A little cloudy, but I don't mind that as long as it doesn't rain. Today I will explore the city of Eindhoven. City I know very well indeed. I've visited here many times. And in this video we're going to take a little walk through the city, discover some fun stuff, some history and something else along the way. Well, I was starting with some fun stuff just here because this is the flying pin sculpture. It was installed on the 31st of May on the year 2000, designed by Claes Oldenburg and Koos van Bruggen, and it shows 9 pins in disarray after being hit by a bowling ball. It's absolutely brilliant. Don't get fun stuff like this in England. It really is wonderful to see it. I think this is great. I found it by chance on my very first visit to Eindhoven many years ago. It really is fun. But there's something else fun across the road. So let's go and find something completely different. Tunnel. Monty Python. Monty Python did a sketch at the Ministry of Silly Walks, and this is the Silly Walks Tunnel. Lots of pictures of John Cleese doing silly walks. I'm doing one right now. It's a little homage to Monty Python. Really is quite fun to see this. Well, I can just see the sketch in my head. This is such fun. This really is. And cool lighting in here as well. I'm a huge Monty Python fan. I really am. It's just one of my favourite comedy programmes, made in the 1960s. And it's still as funny today as it ever was. And then, yeah, there's a sign here, Silly Walk Eindhoven. I'm sure there's somebody watching who knows why this is here, because we have nothing like this in England where Monty Python was created. Really is absolutely brilliant. Let's walk a little further to the end of the tunnel and see what else we can discover here in Eindhoven. Been doing another silly walk. It's silly. I can only guess that it might have been some sort of educational project from one of the schools or colleges that are near here, but I'm sure somebody will comment on it. Silly walks. I do like silly walks. I do like Monty Python. Oh, cool. Lovely big house behind me. Now this is the Phillips house. This was constructed back in about 1891. The architect was Johan Hanrath. And it was built by one of the co-founders of the Phillips light bulb company. Phillips light bulb company was founded by Gerard and Antoine Phillips, along with their father Frederick Phillips, as a family business. It's quite interesting actually, because they were first cousins with Karl Marx. Their grandmother was Sophie Pressburg, and Sophie's sister was Henriette Pressburg, who was the mother of Karl Marx, which was quite interesting. It's the second time that Karl Marx has come up in one of my videos. If you remember my video from Edinburgh, I talked about the Reverend George Wishart and his daughter Jane, who married Baron von Westphalen. She was the grandmother of Jenny Westphalen, the wife of Karl Marx. So that's quite interesting. Mentioned Karl Marx in a Eindhoven video. But what a beautiful house it is. It really is absolutely fantastic. Antoine Phillips apparently had a hand in all the building and part of the design work as well. It's very hands-on when it came to constructing the house. I believe it now. It's part of the museum's collection here in Eindhoven. I'm not sure on that, but I'll have to check that and put the details on the screen. But there's the side entrance here, and it really just looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? If you were designing a house, or if I was designing a house, yeah, I'd have entrance gates like this. It really is absolutely beautiful. And of course, when I was growing up in the 1970s, everybody had Phillips products. All our light bulbs were made by the Phillips organisation, tape recorders and other household appliances, all made by Phillips. And I think we still got some somewhere, made by Phillips. Certainly an old 1950s radio I've got at home that my grandparents had. It's got Phillips written on the bottom. Do like Phillips products. Just my own personal thoughts, not recommending the company or the products to anybody. It's just rather nice. You can see the gardens here as well. That's rather nice, isn't it? Little white bridge, fountain beyond, hidden in the trees. It really is delightful. Very, very nice indeed. And the sun's come out as well. So that's a bonus. And it is noticeably cooler as well from yesterday. So that's a good thing for me anyway. But let's walk on a little further to the DAF Museum. See what we can discover on the way. Just take a shortcut through this office block. I'm sure they won't mind. What I've come to see up here is this monument. It's a Kunstwerk, an art installation, as they say in Dutch. It's quite interesting. It's called Loom Light. It's a big hand artwork. It was installed back in 2021. And the artist was Tisha X. Now, I've not come across his work before, but it's what this artwork represents, which is really rather interesting. And it's a tribute to Jan Zwartendijk and other invisible resistance heroes from Eindhoven. Now, Jan Zwartendijk was born in 1886 and died in 1976. And he was one of the directors of the Phillips branch, worked for the Phillips organisation. One of their directors in Kaunas in Lithuania in 1939. Now, when the Second World War broke out, the Dutch government in exile appointed Zwartendijk as deputy consul in Lithuania. In this position, he saved thousands of lives, Jewish Lithuanian refugees, in July of 1940 by issuing them visas for the Curacao, a Dutch Caribbean island. Now, the Jewish community feared for their life after the German invasion of Poland in 1939 and the Russian annexation of Lithuania in 1940. And he created his escape routes in collaboration with many other people, including the Japanese ambassador, a man called Chiun Sugihara. And they saved over 2,000 lives. And I don't think this is a story that's really well known outside of Holland. We all know the story of Oskar Schindler, and perhaps many people know the story of Nicholas Winton as well. But this really is a beautiful art installation to commemorate a very brave man. He could easily have been caught and shot, like so many people who tried to help Jewish people escape from Nazi persecution. And I think it's lovely that it's actually here, and of course at night time it lights up. It's lovely that he is remembered in this way for what he did. Very brave man indeed. I do like seeing memorials to local notable achievers, and he certainly was one. Absolutely beautiful to see it and to be able to tell his story. But just here is the canal. Oh, a lovely bit of water. And I do like my waterways. This is rather nice here. Underneath this bridge. Can you imagine a couple of 100 years ago, all the barges coming in here to load and unload their cargo, and that was the road bridge that opened and let them in. That's lovely. It really is lovely here. And this is the DAF Museum. All about DAF trucks and cars and everything else that they made. They don't make cars anymore, but you still see DAF trucks on the roads. It is a name that goes back years and years and years. We've seen DAF cars on the roads when I was growing up in the 1970s. You've even driven one. I'll keep that quiet. But let's go inside and take a look. Fun. Did enjoy walking around there. €12.50 as an entrance fee. Yeah, a little expensive, but they've got quite an array of vehicles in there. Lots of cars, trucks, and other things as well. Of course, they made military vehicles during the war, or for the war effort. Yeah, a lot of fun. Little expensive, but yeah, brought back happy memories. See some of those old cars. Do like old cars. But let's head into the city centre and try and find a memorial to Anne Frank. It's only a short walk up to St Catherine's Church. And what a busy little thoroughfare this is. Lots of pedestrians and cyclists travelling far too fast. You've seen some pedestrians just get run over. I don't know. But this is St Catherine's Kirk, or St Catherine's Church. Absolutely beautiful. Designed in 1867 by Petrus Josephus Herbutus Gryphus. That's how I pronounced it right. He also is quite kind of prolific architect. He also designed the Nijmegen Railway Bridge, Amsterdam Central Station, and the Rijksmuseum, also in Amsterdam. What a beautiful church is looking up. See the decorative carvings on the triangles above the doors. Huge round window, and the two towers as well. It's absolutely beautiful looking at it for a modern church. Really is architecturally very striking. So let's go inside and take a look. Beautiful church it is inside, and I do like the way they've lit up the ceiling in purple. It's really rather nice. And the stained glass windows, and a little exhibition area as well, a little museum area. All the skulls that they found during the excavations here. They found about 750 burials just in the footprint of the church. And they found one to a little boy who died around the year 1300. They actually reconstructed his face as well, so you can see what he looked like. Absolutely fantastic. I love visiting churches. We find so many interesting things in churches. Let's head on now down towards the gardens and find that memorial to Anne Frank. This is the famous Van Abbe Museum. It's actually an art museum. Museum's original collection was bought by Eindhoven City Council in 1934 in an agreement with Henri Van Abbe, a private collector and local cigar manufacturer. In return for buying some of his collection, the Van Abbe factory paid for and donated the museum building, which opened in 1936. And today it's one of the top art museums in the world. It draws huge crowds to go in there to see the works that are on display. Not my type of thing, I will confess. It's modern art and things is not my type of thing. I like my Impressionist paintings, Renaissance paintings, portrait painters. That's what I enjoy looking at. But there's a new museum as well, which is just behind, and that was designed by Abbe Cahen. It was opened in 2003. And that's quite a modern building. This bridge is quite fun as well. Modern bowed bridge. It's got an interesting little design. And it's quite pleasant up on this bridge, looking down over the river. It flows through Eindhoven. It's the river I'm going to follow because just the other side of the bridge are the gardens. And inside the gardens there's a little memorial to Anne Frank. So let's just go and find that. It's really rather pleasant walking along the river. It's the Dommel River. And the temperature, well, it's just nice compared to the last few days. I've had some sunshine, but it's been a bit overcast today, which, to be honest, after the heat of the last few days, is actually rather welcome. But these are the Anne Frank Gardens, and here is the memorial to Anne Frank. Very simple memorial. I don't know if it says what it needs to say. It's really interesting. Of course, Anne Frank lived in Amsterdam. She evaded the Germans with her family in the flat for about 2 years before finally being discovered. And she died in 1945 at the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. So that's a sad ending to a young life. Just one of many thousands who died at Bergen-Belsen, and just one of many millions who died in other concentration camps throughout Germany during the Second World War. But this lovely little memorial here in Eindhoven to Anne Frank, or Anneliese Marie Frank. Let's give her her full name. But this is where I end the video and my series here from the Netherlands. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I have in making it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey, because another series will start very soon. But where from? You'll have to watch and find out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.